It was December the 12th at 5:30. I was in dorms in the 700 getting my hair cut when we heard crackling coming from the ceiling. So when I come out the closet, the chemical closet where I get my hair cut, me and the dude that was cutting my hair was seeing fire shooting out the ceiling or whatever. Then when I seen that, we go into the hallway and look in dorm 600, and we seen the fire blazing out of the shower and up in the ceiling, fire out the shower and in the ceiling blazing. The whole dome was full of smoke or whatever. The sergeant was beating on the door, telling the lady in the tower to open the door, open the door, open the door. The lady in the tower ran and hit herself in the bathroom and left the dudes locked in the hole and locked in those rooms while the fire is burning in the ceiling. I run in the office, grab one of the fire extinguishers, and run back in the hallway. By this time, the sergeant then unlocked the door with his key, and I run in there with the fire extinguisher, and it's dome full of smoke. I can't barely see. I had to duck down under the smoke so I could see where to go. I get close up on the fire to where I can feel the heat coming from the fire to squeeze the fire extinguisher, and there's nothing there. I hurry up and run back out because I'm thinking that the roof is about to cave in because the roof is on fire also. I run back out, go get another fire extinguisher, and go back in there to find out that that doesn't work either. That one is empty also. Go in there again, get a third fire extinguisher, and go back in there, and that doesn't work either. At this time, when I come back out, I'm lost. By this time, the officers come on the floor and push us into the gym, make us get in the gym, and took us to the other side. When we get to the other side of the gym, I start complaining that I can't breathe because it was difficult for me to breathe, and I was kind of like panicking. So the officer like, nah, just get out the red zone, just kept just blowing us out, blowing me off, and I end up falling out. When I end up falling out, the dudes in the dorm said they started beating on the women and on the door, telling the officer, call medical, he need medical, he just fell out, he need medical. They come in the dorm and toted me to medical. Once I got to medical, I was seen by the doctor and medical, and they called the ambulance and rushed me to the hospital. Once I got back from the hospital, I'm still having difficult time of breathing or whatever. My lungs just feel like they burning, and I'm having shortage of breath still. Then come today, I go to a sick call because after 2 months after the fire happened, I'm still having these symptoms of me. My lungs are burning, and I still having shortage of breath or whatever. So when I go to sick call today, the doctor see me and he said that my lungs were damaged and it's gonna affect me for the rest of my life. And he was telling me to get my family involved because I put my life on the line to save people's life when the house just froze up and didn't do anything to try to save the dudes that was locked in their dorm. He told me to get my family involved to get the documents from the hospital because he said that they can easily erase that I was ever there. He said that I need to get the documents from the hospital to show that they documented me going to the hospital. Then when they had sent some investigators down here to talk to the people about the fire, so I seen that they was calling different individuals out the dorm to go talk to investigators. So I told the lady, like, can I talk to them? I was the one that ran in that dorm to try to save those guys' life. Can I talk to them? So she like, if the sergeant on the floor, so they asked the officer on the floor, they were like, yeah. So I go down there to talk to the investigators. I tell them my side of the story. I tell them everything that I just told you guys. And they looked at each other like, huh? They were like, what's your name? They were like, they looked at the one investigator asked the other investigator, like, why didn't the sheriff tell us? He looked at the one investigator, looked at the other, like, why didn't your name wasn't on there as one of the ones that went out to the hospital? He was like, why did the sheriff hide the fact that he went to the hospital? You know what I'm saying? Like, so they were like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So then come today, I went and seen the doctor, and the doctor told me that I had lung damage and that it's going to affect me for the rest of my life. So he prescribed this different medication. I can't remember what medication it was. Prescribed medication for me for my lungs and gave me signed me up for an asthma pump. And he basically told me that I need to be compensated because I put my life. Okay, cool. Let me know when you're ready.
You ready?
So the sheriff, we see on the news where the sheriff was in front of the hospital and blatantly lied on the news and said the officers did their job and the fire extinguishers worked it and everything worked. Didn't no fire extinguishers work, and the fire sprinklers didn't deploy. All work. Didn't no alarm or anything work. If those mechanisms would have worked, that means that it would have put the fire out. That means that I would have got wet because I went in that dorm with fire extinguishers that was empty. Not once, but 3 times.